Now that Mitch McConnell called out Trump in a clear and concise way as the one to blame for the January 6th insurrection, Trump replied that McConnell is a sullen, unsmiling political hack and that Republicans must get rid of him if they ever hope to win another election. Mitch has actually been quite tolerant of the Orange Menace since 2015, and he cooperated with the massive election lie Trump was perpetrating on everyone pre- and post-election, and it was only after the Orange Menace decided maybe he needed to kill everyone, Republicans included, that Mitch decided he had enough. Astrologically, the cluster of planets in Taurus begin by providing energy and support to Trump's career objectives because they're in that house in Trump's chart. But you can see they square Trump's Mars, which would mean Mitch was never comfortable with Trump's aggressive Mars bravado, even though in the temporal sense it would take transiting Uranus and Saturn in early 2021, stirring the Mercury, Venus, Moon, Pluto T-square to bring in the final break. It isn't known if Mitch has his Moon in Aries or Taurus, but based on his change of fortune earlier this year, a Taurus Moon fits better. And the key player in this T-square becomes the Mercury, which at nearly 12 degrees Aquarius opposes Trump's Pluto. And so when Mitch saw that Trump would have been okay with Pelosi shot and Pence hanged, he decided to speak out, Mercury against Trump's fascist Pluto. I think this relationship is pretty much cooked to a crisp for the rest of 2021, if not forever. For the remainder of this year, Saturn and Uranus will continue to irritate the Mitch T-square, while they simultaneously do the same to Trump's Pluto. Who do I think wins the battle? Well, Mitch recently won re-election for another 6 years, which means he can remain until 2026. But what I don't know is how many of the 42 senators it would take to demand a vote to get rid of Mitch as a leader. This situation is really highlighting the Republican Party civil war, in which a section is anti-Trump and an apparently much bigger group is pro-Trump. If they are serious about pursuing a MAGA agenda going into the next round of elections, you would think they would have to try to get rid of McConnell, because it seems that he is focused on returning the Republican Party to its customary normal level of theft and deception. All-out Trumpism is just a bit too far for the turtle man. McConnell is mostly an unprincipled and hypocritical beast, but next to the Orange Menace, he seems somewhat virtuous, the way maybe Attila the Hun or Genghis Khan or Hitler would seem like a slightly better option than Satan himself. In this one, I'm pulling for Mitch because it is to my liking in that the Republican Civil War would continue to rage onward and therefore keep their party divided and ineffective, but also because the troubles in Mitch's chart are nowhere near the level of trouble Trump's is broadcasting. He's calling Mitch a loser? That's funny, how much has he won lately? And based on his winning record of losing, how exactly do his supporters in the Congress and in the public at large think he's going to win in future elections? And to even get there, he has some pretty serious legal obstacles to surmount now and for years to come. So my bet is that these white supremacist Republicans are betting on the wrong horse.